Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoded, the place where we try to understand what corporate jargon means and why it might matter to you. Today we're cracking open a Form 8K filing. Now an 8K is usually for big news, so let's see what spicy details this GBMT ETF has for us this time. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We uncover the hidden stories in corporate filings every week. And if you want to chat about all things business and finance, join our Discord community, linked below. Alright, so we're looking at a report from the Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust ETF whose ticker symbol is BTC, and it is listed on the NICE ARCA. This filing is all about a corporate reorganization. So what does that mean? Essentially, the company that manages this ETF, the Grayscale Investment Sponsors LLC or GSIs, has undergone a shake-up. Think of it like reorganizing a filing cabinet to make things run smoother. Now, the key players here are GSO Intermediate Holdings Corporation, GSOI, which was in charge of GSIs. And Grayscale Investments incorporated a new company set up for this reorganization. GSY basically handed over its management duties for GSIs to Grayscale Investments Incorporated. This basically means Grayscale Investments is now the boss of the company that is the boss of the ETF. It sounds a bit like Russian dolls, doesn't it? A big point to note is that all these entities, they're all interconnected and part of a larger group called Digital Currency Group Inc. Now, the important part for us as investors or anyone interested in this ETF, the company, is saying this reorganization should not change how the trust itself operates. That is good news because complexity can sometimes hide problems, but they are assuring us everything should be business as usual from the trust's perspective. This filing doesn't have those juicy financial tables we often find in other reports, but it does confirm the ETF shares are registered and traded under the BTC ticker on the NICE ARCA. This is pretty standard for an ETF. It is just confirming its official listing. Interestingly, the filing also notes that this is an emerging growth company. This means it is a relatively new or smaller company and might have some temporary exemptions from certain reporting rules, so they are not using the extended transition period for new accounting standards. This could mean they are being proactive in adopting newer financial reporting rules. Let's talk leadership. The board overseeing Grayscale Investments, the new manager of the ETF sponsor, now consists of Barry Silbert, Mark Schifke, Simon Costa, Peter Mintzberg, and Edward McGee. Importantly, these are the same people who were on the board of the previous holding company. This suggests continuity in leadership. Barry Silbert is identified as the chairperson of this new board. Also, Mr. Mintzberg and Mr. McGee are still officers of the sponsor, meaning they continue with their operational roles. The report is signed by Edward McGee as Chief Financial Officer. It is important to remember that this signature is on behalf of Grayscale Investments Sponsors LLC, the sponsor entity, not by Edward McGee directly acting as the trust itself. This is a common distinction in these filings. So looking at this filing, the main story here is an internal restructuring. The Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust ETF itself is not directly changing its operations. The change is happening at the sponsor level, the entity that manages the trust. They are consolidating management under a new entity, Grayscale Investments Incorporated, while maintaining leadership continuity. The biggest takeaway is the company's statement that this reorganization will not materially impact the trust's operations. This is a move to streamline corporate structure, and for investors, the hope is that this will lead to more efficient management and potentially better performance down the line, although no financial performance data is presented in this particular filing. The fact that they are an emerging growth company and not using the extended transition period for accounting standards suggests a commitment to transparency and adherence to modern financial practices. Overall, while this 8K doesn't give us numbers to analyze like a financial statement, it signals a period of structural adjustment for the Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust ETF. The key is to watch how this new corporate structure translates into future performance and stability for the ETF. The lack of any negative impact statement is positive, but we'll need to see how things unfold. Alright, that is our breakdown of this Grayscale Bitcoin Mini Trust ETF filing. What is your take on corporate reorganizations like this, though they make you more or less confident in an investment? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this clear and concise explanation helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate insights. And don't forget to join our Discord for more discussions. Thanks for watching, see you next time.